Hey guys, TraceACB here. I would like to discuss with you guys on my experiences with Onee Chanbara Origin. The game starts off with a summary detailing Aya's journey on a quest for 2 years trying to search for her family. An informant named Ray also assists as she wants to help her in exchange for taking care of the undead. We jump into the gameplay as it is a hack and slash with lots of action involved. We carry 2 weapons, a long sharp blade and knife to strike at short and mid distances. With each attack used with our blade, blood thickens it, and if it is fully covered, then our attacks become slow, which we will need to remove it and return back to its original state. It's nice and simple to get started with pressing buttons and getting right into the action. The command list is helpful to know what type of combos we can perform, as it provides simple button inputs with sometimes using a mixture of the primary and secondary weapons to produce different results. With button mashing, we can still receive the result of finishing a combo, however we can achieve more better results with the cool combinations feature, as we'll need to time our attacks each time to get extra damage and speed, and if each hit is successful, then we'll be able to experience the true combo finish, which is very satisfying to see. Defense comes into the mix with having a dodge system that moves away from enemy attacks. If we time the dodge perfectly, then we get the predict feature that slows down the animation for a brief moment for us to launch a counterattack right away. Parries are also included if we time it at the right time. Most of the enemies get stunned at this point, and we'll be able to perform a cool finish to execute them in a stylish fashion. There are small parkour moments in between the fights for us to jump across huge ledges to show off our athletic skills, but this is mainly used to get from one section to another very quickly. Further on, we do start to learn more about our baneful bloodline within ourselves, and we are able to transform into 2 different forms. The first form, Berserk, takes an aggressive form with the red ore around us, and we gain this once we have attained enough blood crystals from defeating the undead to fill the staying gauge to the max. Once we have transformed, our attack power increases, and at the same time we gradually deplete health. The second form can be achieved afterwards, called Ecstasy, where we will be getting even more attack damage and speed, but our defense will get lowered. These forms demonstrate why the bloodline within us is incredibly powerful to eliminate the undead with ease, while it holds extreme costs upon ourselves to make the most out of these overpowered abilities. Upon having an Ecstasy form, we do have an Ecstasy gauge, which allows us to perform cool special attacks once the Ecstasy bar is filled up, as it's useful to extend combos or clear away all sorts of enemies. At the end of completing each chapter, we are scored with how well we have performed and get given a rank. In each of the chapters I ran across while playing on the normal difficulty, I always did receive the V rank, which was the highest rank to be achieved in the game, so the requirements based on getting it mainly came from me performing lots of cool combinations and finishes. On top of that, there was an RPG system during the result screen to level up our character and give them extra points to the stats attack, defense, and health. I couldn't feel the difference on my side when I applied it, as it felt very minimal while going through the next stage, but I feel it's more of a factor if we did go through the harder difficulties. Along the journey, not only Ray acts as our informant, but she also helps out with selling items over to us in the shop. These items assist us when we are in a tight spot, as we can restore our health or add on blood clots to reach the Berserk form faster. Rings are other things we can buy in the shop, as we can equip up to 3 rings to have an applied effect. For the most part, I equipped on health, attack, and defense rings, which slightly raised up those stats, but later when we have lots of money, we can buy rings that can make it easier to dodge attacks or perform cool combinations with a bigger window opportunity. Later on, we do get another playable character, our sister Saya, to come on board to help rescue our father. This adds in a new feature, the substitute technique, to switch between Aya and Saya at any point. It's an awesome feature when we add this into our combat, as we can extend our combos with having them switch at any point and can be used defensively if we do choose to avoid attacks. I've enjoyed Saya being included with the story, as we get to see the dynamics between Aya, Saya, and Ray on how they see the current views of the situation and with each other. I personally grew more attached to Aya because of her responsibility to act as the older sister of protecting Saya when danger is around, along with seeing her cute side finding stuffed animals attractive and having a heart of gold being able to understand others when there was a conversation brought up to discuss about Ray's family. Replay value is golden, as we can replay these stages at any time during the chapter select, freshen up our moves and combos in the practice mode, and unlock bonus missions while growing each of our character stats. Each step of the way, we learn to grow stronger with the techniques and master the baneful bloodline powers for complete domination. Overall, Onee Chanbara Origin is a fantastic hack and slash game that can be picked up by all different skill level of players with tons of execution finishes, along with rewarding mechanics that can see ourselves impressed with the time and dedication we put in. If any of you guys have any experiences with this game, feel free to share in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day.